What's going on, guys? Welcome back. It is episode number 13 of the Summer Career. I hope you guys are doing well. Halfway through the season, Reading top on goal difference, but of course only halfway, so a long way to go today. We're returning with loads of games in the Championship, starting with a big one as well. Southampton away at St Mary's, first team to have beaten us all season long. We'll have, I'd say probably all the January window. I don't think we'll do anything, and of course, really excited for this man. FA Cup third round, taking on Eddie Howe's Magpies. Conditions, are they ripe for a cup set? Possibly, I'm looking forward to it. And just before our first game, as you'll see, I've given new contracts to Nesta, Guinness, Walker and Mbenge. They're both backup players in this team, but because of our small squad size, what I don't want to do is risk them leaving on a free transfer and being in the same position next season as we were at the start of this one, where basically we had no players, so the game had to give us a freebie. Right, anyway, first game of many today, Southampton away at St Mary's, one of only two teams that have beaten us in the league this season. And it's so crazy, man, but the similarities between last year's real-life Championship this season's in the save is so similar. You had Leeds, Leicester and Ipswich all battling for those two top positions, a side that came up from League One and two sides that were relegated in last year's Premier League. Same this season, us, Sheffield United and Luton Town only separated by 3 points. Big game to kick off with, Southampton away on the South Coast. Come on, you Royals. Yeah, it's so cool when you're doing a career mode and it's kind of mirroring what you're seeing in real life, or what you've just seen in real life. For those that didn't watch the second tier last season, basically Leeds, Leicester, Ipswich, the top three, as Bennett makes a simple save there, were all like neck and neck for such a long period of time. And many people, and I'll hold my hands up here, I always say this when I've got something wrong, I'll admit it, many people thought at some point Ipswich might drop off, and there was a period where they started to stutter, but then Leeds started doing the same, and it was just a really dramatic conclusion to the season. In the end, Ipswich held on for promotion alongside Leicester, and Leeds went into the playoffs only to be beaten by our first opponents today, which was Southampton at Wembley. So yeah, it feels incredibly similar. Two relegated sides. Last year, again, that was Leeds and Leicester battling for promotion alongside the dark horse. Last year, Ipswich Town, who were promoted from League One. This year, Reading, who were promoted from League One. It's so cool, man. I don't mind being considered a dark horse, not at all. Takes the pressure off. Takes the pressure off almost completely, because nobody really expects us to stay here. Ipswich did, but can Reading as well? Oh, as Armstrong hits the post, and Reggie in the end helps us win a goal kick, but put it this way, it's going to be tough. Again, we're only at the halfway point. Got to remind myself of that, man. So many teams have an amazing first half of the season and drop off in the second. That may well be us. Our team's gotten better during the year because of the amount of young players we've got. Don't get me wrong, as Suleimana gets it right this time. But we aren't still as good as these guys. Southampton, who might have dropped to 6th, but will still be one of the favourites to go up if via the playoffs like in real life. And then, of course, you've got Luton Town, Burnley, Sheffield United who will go top if they avoid defeat and we lose here. It's going to be incredibly hard to stay here, man. I know you're going to try and deny this, man. You might look at the scoreline and think it's only 1-0, Doxy boy, still firmly in this. But it's one of those games where it feels like it's, 2 or 3. It's been all Southampton. All Southampton with 7 to go. I have not had an answer whatsoever. We've had some tired legs out there, don't get me wrong. That's not helping, but I think it's just a case of a mismatch in quality. We've had some great wins this season, away at Burnley, away at Norwich. But, like I said, we're still, even where we were pre-game, when we were top of the table, still not at this level yet. If it not been for Bennett in this game, we would have lost by like 4 or 5. No, he's made save after save out there today, honestly. And after the Blades return to winning ways, we dropped to 2nd in the table. And again, this is why I was keeping it calm at the halfway stage. It's only halfway. There's still half a season left to go. And yeah, sure, we're still just in an automatic promotion place, but only just as the teams below close the gap. So transfer deadline. The January transfer window is open. 1.6 mil in the budget, but I don't think we'll be doing anything with our squad in this window. Obviously, we've got the injury to Lewis Wing. Femi's come back from injury, but yeah, I think we might possibly add one player for the squad, but put it this way, if we do have a concern with the depth, we can always just promote someone from the academy. So I don't think we'll do anything within the January window. Yeah, forget transfers. I just want to get it right on the pitch. Following game, Birmingham City coming to today's game to bounce back here, but so much rotation required with a really tired squad. This is the downside of having a small team. Birmingham at home. Come on, you Royals. I am slightly concerned about the injuries, don't get me wrong. Obviously, Lewis is down right now. Femi was down prior to Wing's injury. And again, because of the lack of depth, if we get another injury, we're already scraping the bare bones. We'll have no more bones to scrape, basically, if we get another injury. So, granted, again, we can throw those academy players in, but I don't really want to stunt their growth by not playing them much. As Femi goes on the run, great dribbling, and the finish goes just wide. So it wouldn't be against picking someone up on a free, but I don't know, man. I don't know. Decisions to be made. Just got to make sure we make the right one. I was looking forward to our game against the Magpies, but as Dembele squeezes it in at the near post. I thought possibly with the season we've been having in the second tier, a cup set might be on the cards, especially with Newcastle coming to Berkshire, but yeah, I don't think so. If it is indeed going to be back-to-back losses and back-to-back games without a goal, starting to slow down. And again, this is exactly why I wasn't getting too far ahead of myself at the halfway stage. Go on, Calvin. Femi. Oh, clips it off the post and the Blues will escape. Dennis. Harvey. Kelvin got a finish. Easy as you like. Oh, yeah. Cool as you like. He hasn't scored since match day 1, but he's been waiting for a chance to start in this team. Bukhari too tired. I called his number, and we said this during last season a lot when he was waiting for a chance with Sam Smith banging him in. When your number's called, Kelvin, go out there and perform and show me what you've been waiting to do. He's done it again, second of the season. Royals back on level terms. And now can we go and win this? Femi. Just couldn't get away. He's like our Divock Origi, Kelvin. I can't really explain it, but like he's never going to be the main guy up top. Like it's just not going to happen. He's just not got the ability to always be starting. But is he onside there? No. But he's the sort of guy who it's like you just know if you bring him on, he's going to cause a problem. Do you know what I mean? He's just that kind of guy, man. He knows his role in this team, doesn't complain. But when the number's called, he just goes out there and gets the job done. Rate that a lot. That's a cracking ball through that. Miyoshi. Oh, I don't believe it! How has that got in? Dembele celebrating, but was that his shot which he just scuffed? I'm not too sure, but in the end, it just deflects past Bennett and Birmingham back in front. But that looked like a tackle from me. Yeah, it was a tackle onto the boot of Dembele from Haynes. That is so unlucky, man. And it's what deflects past Bennett. Birmingham back in front. Lots of tired legs and rotation required, and in the end just ran out of steam. First time all season long we've had back-to-back losses in the league, and Reading starting to slow down at a crucial stage of the season. Can't let this mini poor run turn into a prolonged one though. Got to get back on track. And just before our following game away at Hawthorns, 3 more scouting updates. Well, unfortunately from England, it seems as though no one is going to make the academy. We could be alright, but we'll continue scouting. No one making it this time around. And from Ghana, I remain quite optimistic about Chinedu Davies. He looks like the best of the bunch thus far, so I think I'll give him a scholarship. And just continue the scouting on these guys for now. And from Iceland, I think I'm going to give Anderson he could be quite good as well. There's another Anderson there, a scholarship. But yeah, great solid overall to begin with on that left-hand side. And I'm going to give him a scholarship. And I just want to see him in the academy as well and see what his position is. It can't be left back. Surely not. It's left mid. But I would say, looking at these stats here, he's a right-footed player. He's not got that much pace. I'd say, personally, Again, we'd be looking for that next Gylfi Sigurdsson. 68 long shots. You know, Gylfi could strike him from range as well. Good free kicks, or decent free kicks, and good curve as well. I think pop this guy in the middle of the pitch, Doxy boy, as a CM or CAM. We'll start with CM to begin with to improve the stamina and the defensive stats. You know, that's important to me. But personally, yeah, this guy looks like a pure Icelandic playmaker and the next Gylfi Sigurdsson. I'm excited about him, I must say. Do you know what? I might put him straight in the first team, you know. Because I like the look of him. I'll think about it. Yep, following game Wednesday night, right before the clash against Newcastle in the FA Cup, and desperate to return to winning ways. Really tough one too. The Baggies, West Bromwich Albion away at the Hawthorns as we drop outside the automatic promotion places for the first time in a while. Only way we get back in there is with a win here in the Black Country. Let's see if we can. Come on, you Royals. Might just throw out a backup side against Newcastle, to be honest. Sod the cup. Board have said last 16 and going out in the last 64 won't exactly be favourable for them, but sod it. Like I want to get back on a run in the league, and clearly depth being an issue, lots of midweek games. Sometimes you just got to sacrifice something for the greater good. There's Bukhari. Does he Homer Simpson? I love that celebration. And Reading are in front. Savage to Reggie. Wearing the captain's armband today, the 18-year-old. No Lewis or our normal captain. I often say this, but like one thing I encourage you guys to do is you probably know who your main captain is, but also pick a vice captain and maybe like a third captain as well. For me, I've got Bindon as my main captain now that Andy's been sold. Lewis is the vice. But Reggie is the third captain of the team at just 18. And showing some leadership out there as he gets inside and rolls it across to Nesta Guinness. Walker shot blocked by Palmer. Bukhari taps it into the far post. Thought he was offside initially. Flag stayed down. And it's our number 9 who bags his brace. Reading 2-0 up. Half an hour into the Hawthorns. Tough side there to me, Bukhari. But hey, listen, if the flag stayed down... what's that? That very important piece of advice you're given at junior football. Play to the whistle. There's Jed Wallace, one of my favourite players to watch in recent years at Millwall. Goes down the right-hand side. Tremendous technical ability. I always thought he had the ability to go and play at the top level. Still in the Championship West Brom, of course, is that. Cross is headed away by Bond, who's having a tremendous game today at left-back. And this is one of those games where you realise just how good he is. Keep going. Oh, I've overhit it slightly with Bukhari, but Bond still steps inside and shoots and hits the side of the net. Free kick for Reading. And Reggie to take. Headed on. Oh, yeah. Lobato with the header. It is free, and it is going to be 3 points for Reading. Yeah, basically just controlled the possession in the second half and just trying to see the game out with no more injuries or too much tiredness, and that is going to do it. When you've had a loss, and certainly when you've had back-to-back losses, you cannot afford to let that run get extended, because we talk about the overpoweredness of form a lot. You've got to get back on track. Reading have done with a picture-perfect display. 3-0, and whilst I still don't think we've got much chance of beating Newcastle in the Cup, at least we're back to winning ways in the league and back in the top 2. Yep, following game and heading into this one, I'd definitely call it the toughest game of the save so far. Last year we came up against Nottingham Forest away at the City Ground in the FA Cup 4th round. I thought we gave a good account of ourselves despite getting knocked out 3-1, but today, with lots of rotation to our squad due to fitness problems as well, I don't think we've got much of a chance here. The Magpies are right now in 9th in the Premier League, coming to Berkshire in the FA Cup, last 64. Come on, you Royals. We have got an absolutely massive game in 7 days' time against a fellow promotion rival in Luton Town. With all due respect, I don't think we've got much chance of going through this game anyway, so with that being the case, as Bruno offloads and Anthony Gordon drills in, and right from kickoff, the visitors strike first. I don't mind rotating a lot on my squad. We've still got fitness problems anyway, even with so much rotation. And sometimes you just got to prioritise. And that's the thing, like there's no shame in that. Like there's no shame in saying, do you know what, I'm just not at this level yet. Do you know what I mean? If we were drawn against, again, like a fellow championship side, like a Bristol City or a Millwall, or if we were facing a as Isak is denied by Boyce Clark, or you know, a League One side or a League Two side that may have made the third round, and yeah, I'd be giving it more of a go. But there's no shame in saying I probably don't have what it takes to come through this. So it might be wise just to great turn by Luke. Focus on an area where I've got more chance of success. That's not just for again gaming, sport, but also for life as well. When you identify you probably haven't got much for success in this endeavour, might be worth saying, is there anything else I can do? Is there any other places where I might have more of a chance of succeeding? Because this is a game where I don't think we have much chance at all. Alexander bags the second. Newcastle tuned it up 28 minutes in. Yep, there's no shame in admitting you're just not at this level yet. Yeah, there's been times in my life where I've gone into battles and I've known full well prior to going into the challenge that I don't really have whatever it takes to be successful in that endeavour. And so when I end up failing, yes, of course, there's disappointment, but the reframing of the mind to say, okay, it was a good experience, it's taught me a lesson, I'm not quite at that level yet, that's okay. That's alright. I can be in the future if I take those lessons and I learn from them, but right now, this just isn't what I'm able to compete for. So focus on the things that I can win, focus on the battles that I do have more of a chance of success in, and take the lessons from that loss moving forward. Because there'll be times where I'm in this battle again, but I'll be better prepared for it now that I've had this experience. 3-0 down, Miggy puts the icing on the cake. But like I said, it's okay to know we're not at this level yet. Yep, out of the FA Cup in the third round, but no shame in getting beaten by a far better side. But after 3 losses in 4 in all competitions, we've really got to get back on a good run of form. Following contest, massive one. Second hosting 4th, 1 point separating the two sides. Reading versus Luton, where there's just 3 points separating the top 4 in the Championship. Massive clash to try and return to winning ways in. Let's go do it. Come on, you Royals. I don't know whether you guys have seen, but Luton Town, for the new season, are keeping their home shirt the same. So they're not having a new design and bringing out a new shirt. They're keeping the home shirt the same for the new season, which means that for 2 years in a row, they'll have the same kit. And I remember when I was a kid, and that was the norm. Like that was the norm, that a team would have the same home shirt for 2 seasons, not just a 1. And I have kudos for Luton Town for doing that, and I wish that more teams would adopt that as well. Keeping the same kit for more than just a year, because a lot of parents feel pressured to get their kids the latest shirt every single year, and that's expensive. Football shirts don't cost 30 to 40 quid like they did when I was a kid. They're a lot more pricey than that nowadays, and doing that every single year, not only is it not great for the environment, of course, but it's not good for the wallet or the purse either. So yeah, as Alan Campbell fires in the open, I give a lot of credit for Luton Town for doing that as well. Kudos to Luton for that. We were talking about the cost of football in the last episode and how it's become so pricey. Merchandise, the kits, that is one of the big reasons why as well. I'd love to see that. Home kits from now on, for every club, only changing after every 2 years, not every year. There's Calvert-Lewin, this is possessed, and this is going to be a terrible run for Reading, man. 3 losses in 4 in all competitions. Josh Brownhill denied. I am really struggling. Corner, Reading. 12 to go before the break. Still down by 1. And needing a response. Harvey's delivery in towards Dennis. Come on. And we've got it. Shirkin second of the year. Reading level it. Yes, Harvey, well in, son. Come on. Got ourselves the equaliser. Oh, lovely ball, Bond. Hold on. Oh, ball, Femi. Harvey. Oh, I just couldn't find Bukhari. Much better, though. Much better. Asserting ourselves on the game, coming forward, coming out of our shells and putting Luton under pressure. So that's what you've got to do as an underdog. That's what you've got to do. When you recede into yourself and you invite pressure, I feel that's when it becomes harder to deal with, you know, because you're already putting yourself on the back foot and setting yourself up for a tough afternoon. But when you're aggressive, when you're assertive, when you play on the front foot, show that you're not afraid, and you might be able to sneak something. This is so much better. Defending higher up the pitch. Harvey to Bukhari. And Osman takes it on and puts it just wide. 26 to go still. Tied at 1-1. Very important moment of the game here. Stick or twist. Do we take the point against a promotion rival and just make sure we don't lose? As I think that shot was going wide, but Bennett wasn't to know that. Or do we be brave and go for the win? No, we could possibly lose it on the break. Very difficult decision here. As Menji puts Luton back in front. As things stand, set for 4 losses in 5 in all competitions. We have really slowed down. The thing is, though, it's going to happen at some point. I mean, we'd only had 2 losses in 23 league games at the halfway stage of the season. The chance of us keeping that up for the entire second half, with the pressure getting amplified, so unlikely. But Femi might have found us a crucial point right at the end. Yeah, we'll take it. We will take it. Battling back from a goal down on 2 separate occasions to claim a point. I'll take it. Okay, it's not back to winning ways in all competitions, but it is no losses in our last 2 league games. We stabilised a little bit after what was back-to-back defeats. Stabilising before we start to move forward. Nothing wrong with that. And that's why I love the dressing room scenes as well, dapping up the players. Don't worry about not getting back to winning ways, guys. We've stabilised. Yeah, sure, only 1 win in 5 in all competitions, but battling back from a goal down on 2 separate occasions to claim a point, that's the sort of resilience we need if we are to stay in the hunt for an all-MAC promotion place, which is where we are, but we need to return to winning ways in our following game. Following contest, Plymouth Argyle away, struggling down the bottom of the table. This needs to be a return to winning ways. Come on, you Royals. Yeah, we are really starting to slow down, man. Tough first half here. Away in the southwest, just haven't created anything. Plymouth had more of the ball. And them struggling in 23rd place. Ah, what a ball. Oh, what a save. Bennett with a brilliant closeout and reactionary stop. I must say, his growth is slow. His potential sub 80. But there's a reason why we haven't signed a new goalkeeper and kept him as number 1. He's made some big saves this season, man. And this is why I wish upgrades will be a thing in career mode. He shouldn't still be as lowly rated as he is, man. He should have like a +3 upgrade. Yep, 16 years old in the championship, holding his own. Come on, EA. That deserves an upgrade. If not for this season, hopefully next season, he will have a potential upgrade, as that shot is blocked by Haynes, and then the following shot goes into the face of Dennis. Scott Sterling! We shall, get it away. Off the ball collision there. Still tied at 0-0. Reggie. 1-2. Reggie. Reggie's shot blocked and put behind for a corner. 10 after the restart. Such a big game for both teams for different reasons at opposite ends of the table. Can someone strike and win this circuit? Has it gone in? No. Off the woodwork, off the line. Somehow Plymouth escape and it's still 0-0. Can't win that son yet. We'll have that. Come on, one more chance. Ah. Lenny just couldn't get away. Okay, yeah, no doubt about it. Draw's subjective, man. The draw against Luton, not a bad result. This one was goalless draw and just can't get on a run. 1 win in 6 in all competitions. And I said it at the halfway stage, long way to go. This is what I meant. We weren't going to keep that form up for the entirety of the second half. We haven't kept it up at the beginning of the second half. Really slowing down and really starting to struggle. Thing is, though, I don't think we need to change anything with the team. We just need to play better. And sometimes that's just all it is, man. It's not a case of changing things, just doing things better. We're missing the heartbeat of the team right now for injury, of course. Got to remind ourselves of that. No surprise we slowed down without his energy through the middle. And yeah, just got to perform better. Simple as that. So as deadline day is here, yeah, we've got a tiny bit of money to work with. We could possibly bring in a squad player, but really, I don't think it's about changing things or bringing players in. No, it's just playing better. That's all it is. To be fair, if we were going to bring someone in, I wouldn't be against it, man. He was fantastic last year, and when we're looking for a bit of creativity, a bit of a spark, a bit of something special, this guy often provided it last season. And if we could get him for under the valuation, I would consider it. Mukairu, still playing with Copenhagen. up to 69 overall. And this is when I often say, like, it doesn't need to always be about the overall and the potential, you know. It's about how you feel using that player, but also as well, just for what fits you. And right now, Mukaru would be a welcome re-addition to the side. It will need to be for under the valuation. 900k, they want Luke? Absolutely not. Yeah, I'm not prepared to spend any more than $1 million on Mukaru's return. So unless Copenhagen accept it, which they will, and I must say, this might be the spot we were looking for to bust us out of poor form. Did it in League One, can you do it in the Championship? Yes, when people ask me for tips on how to make the game more enjoyable, one of my biggest is a very simple one. Don't just look at a player's overall and potential. Sometimes think outside the box and do things a little bit differently just to make the game more fun to play. And that's the most important thing, right? Having fun. This guy was having fun for us on the left-hand side last season. As one of our most important players, one of the biggest reasons we gained promotion. He went back to Denmark after his loan spell ended, but he said he wanted to return. And whilst we didn't sign him in the summer, we have on deadline day, and he's back at the Medeski Stadium. Welcome back, Mr. Mukaru. Yeah, buzzing with this man. Again, he's not got the best overall. He's not going to have much potential. He's 25 years old. But again, he's someone we've used before, and we know how good he was. He often got us out of a jam last season in the third tier, and hopefully, as we're struggling right now in the second tier, he'll do the same in the Championship. I want to get the medium work rates up to high, but he's got some pace, he's got some technical ability, and he's got the fans on his side as well. Mukaru back at the Medeski. As I turn down this bid for Bennett, there is an interesting one for Kelvin Abriefer as well from Frosinone. The Italian side, 1.35 mil. I'm not against selling him at some point because I don't know what his ceiling is, but he's currently back up for Reggie Bond, and whenever he steps in, he does a decent job. So for now, I'll be keeping him here. Plus, he's on a low weekly wage, which also helps as well. So yeah, for now, we'll keep the band together just with the addition of Mukaru returning, and that will do it. So as deadline day comes to an end, and all of our money spent now, as a bid comes in for Kelvin. Well, I'm not against selling Kelvin at some point, to be fair, but again, as a backup, when he comes in, he does his job, as we saw earlier today, so he'll be going nowhere. As deadline day comes to an end, and you'll see the top deals on deadline day. We're a long way off making these sort of moves, but it's Jules to Liverpool for 90.5 mil. Zaya Emery, wow, oh my goodness gracious me. You know, there's certain moves that kind of shock you. It's career mode. You shouldn't have that many surprises nowadays, but that one there, 75.8 mil to Nottingham Forest. Okay, not worried about the FFP there. And Unai Simon joins RB Leipzig, 57.7 mil. Deadline day comes to an end, and I think we'll do one more game. We'll try and return to winning ways, and we'll leave it on that. Yep, you know I like to end on a win, so let's make sure we do. After just one win in our last 6 in all competitions, desperate to return to winning ways here. Promoted alongside us in second last year, Bolton Wanderers at the Medeski, as we try and get back in the top 2. Come on, you Royals. Mukaru signing might well just give us the lift we need to lift us out of poor form. Go right. There we go. Go on, Harvey. Oh, as he fires just off target. And I think I'll mostly use him as an impact sub, with Lenny and Femi continuing to play on the wings together. But yeah, that could make all the difference for us, man. Having a pacey player to come off the bench in late game situations. That might just be the difference at times between finding a late winner and having to settle for a point. 22 to go. This is what I've signed him for, coming off the bench. Going to drop Harvey down to CM as Savage makes way, and will bring on Paul for his second debut. This is what we have been missing, to be fair. A pacey player off the bench. Oh, to run at tired legs. Femi denied from 18 yards. Going for that late winner. I'll be disappointed if we don't find it as well. Being the better team out there. Just missing that clinical finish. Man, oh man, oh man. Really, really starting to struggle. And I did wonder if at some point we would begin to run out of steam. Oh, this is it. Last chance. This is what I signed him for. This is what I brought him back for. Going all the way. Mukaru on the run. Laborto for the win! No, puts it wide. Back-to-back goalless draws. 1 win in 7 in all competitions, no doubt about it. Totally slowing down, and this is why I was wary at the halfway stage, man. It was only the halfway point, long way to go. If we can't get back on track, we are not going to stay in contention for a top 2 place. That'll do it for today's episode of the Summer Career Mode, guys. So big thank you for watching. Really hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, then please do drop a like. Most of you all have a fantastic day. I'll return in the next one with one of the biggest episodes of the save, no doubt about it. Aiming to get back on a run after what was a shambolic run and our worst of the season thus far. Reading really starting to slow down, and it's safe to say we've been found out in the 2nd tier. We ain't all that good. We ain't the next Ipswich Town. Not on this sort of run. Have a great day, guys. Much love, and I'll see you for the next episode very soon.